Hey, it's Slater sitting down with Earthquake asking, this is your life?
What we're gonna do right here is go back.
Been following you the last, I don't know, three decades. The stage name Earthquake, I love how that came about. Can you tell everybody?
Well, it all depends on what version of it.
Any version you want today.
Well, one of the versions that I say is I came up with the name because my real name is Nathaniel Stroman, and that doesn't roll off the tongue. And so I have a friend that always make bad decisions. So I came to him and said, hey, man, I'm thinking about changing my name. He said, I wouldn't do that if I was you. So I did it. And the moral of that is, if you got a person that make bad decisions, use them as a springboard and do the opposite of what they suggest you.
I have to say thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
A decade plus, 11 years?
9.5.
9.5.
Yes.
Okay, so time with the U.S. Air Force.
Yes.
Can you take a second to talk to the people that are in the military right now? You got any words for them?
Oh, man, this is the greatest. I don't have to tell them what they already know. It's the greatest experience in the world. I think as a country, everybody should do some public service, and one of them is the military. And it's a great way for, it's a microcosm of what this country should be about, because it's all races, genders, of all different species, of human beings working together for a common goal. And there is no other facility, organization, company that's able to mend all different races and come together for a common goal and show equality on each level. And it was the best thing ever happened to me, because it allowed me to get out of my comfort zone of my geographical location and to see other people. And I got to find out a lesson that has carried me the longest, that we have more in common than we have difference. And if we continue to allow people to highlight our differences, we'll never be united. And that's what the military doesn't allow. Uniform military justice is the one that covers. You're treated equally, but yet you act accordingly among the rank of which you are, and it's the best thing in the world. And I tell anybody, especially young people, if you don't have anything to do in your life, then just staying at home, go see the world. They'll pay for it, put you through school, and you'll meet some great people.
And we play the national anthem every morning at 6 a.m. One of the only stations in the entire country that still does it. Because regardless of how you feel politically, fighting for where you're at and where you live, if that's what you believe.
Well, the thing about America is, and the problem I always have, and I tell my people, I believe in solutions. So if you're going to say this is the worst country in the world, then I always had the same question. Then tell me a better one. There is no better. So if this is the best, but not perfect, then shouldn't you use that effort and your energy for that perfection, or whichever way you think the country should be, instead of criticizing off of it? So I am patriotic because I travel, and I just think it's the best country in the world.
Now, is there a common thread? I've watched many of your sets through the years. You always talk about what's real and what's going on.
Right.
So right now, what are you most passionate about that you're bringing out there and actually sharing the world?
I want people to hold up to the credence that they put down on my community. And what I mean, integrity, honesty, the rule of law. And right now we have a lawless person that's here that they're allowing to skirt the rules. And I want them to hold him accountable just like you hold the people in my community accountable that didn't have the resources that he has, didn't have the great life that he has. But you want them to never to make a mistake and be held to the utmost. See, this is what I say. My people don't have no problem with the law. We have a problem with the application of the law. Certain people commit a crime and then it's understandable. Certain people commit a crime and then they're repulsive, then they should never get another chance. So what's compassion to me is I want uniformity, I want consistency, and I want the hypocrisy to stop. And what I see now is just a hypocrisy across the board, especially when you're dealing with people that, from a person myself, from being a military for what this country stands for.
Yeah. Do you find it tough? Like, there's been many comedians stand up, and also just, the last couple of years, Kathy Griffin, that got in trouble bringing some politics on stage. Is it tough to know where the line is? Like, some comedians have a tough time with it.
No. First of all, I'm a comedian. There is no such thing of a joke that's not going to insult or offend somebody. Let's just be realistic on that. Plus, you have to be honest, and you're not going to put your insecurities on me. This is my job. This is my job description. Secondly, mines don't know the jokes that I come up with, in my opinion, is never coming from malice. Most of mine is coming from educational, and it's a foundation where I'm talking about. So as long as I stay within those truths, I let it go.
Yeah.
And you have to be told about it. It has to be said, and it should be said. And most people who complain are people that's looking to complain anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. What are you excited about? We're only like a month and a half into the new year. What are you excited about this year?
Man, I think this is going to be my greatest year. I got my first lead in a movie. I'm on 2 TV shows. I'm touring with 2 of the hottest tours, and I'm on tour with the Martin Lawrence Lip Tour. I'm on tour with the Funnier Festival that has Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Dion Cole, and myself and nephew Tommy. My kids, my son is 18. He about to move out of his mother's house, so that's no more child support. Oh, I'm loving it.
Yeah?
Celebrate that, yes. I mean, I made enough money for me. It was my kids that was holding me back.
Does he have direction of what he wants to do?
Yes, he do. He's going to college. He got his girlfriend, his high school sweetheart. They both going to college together. It's beautiful, man. He has love with it not being contaminated to the purest of it. I just envy him. I envy him.
What makes you most proud, like being a dad? I became a father a year and a half ago. I have a daughter, and it's like through the years, what makes you most proud? Like, what do you look back 18 years and those moments? It's like, wow, they did that.
To be quite honest with you, what really is a blessing to me, despite the misfunction, between me and their mothers, they turned out to be great human beings. Yeah. I mean, my kids are great people, and that's the most proudest thing. And they could have went another way based upon how their parents was acting among each other. Come out of that at their most vulnerable time to be mature now, and from the outside and the inside, not holding any adverse effect on them. It's my most proud and most blessed thing I have achieved in my life.
Well, if I could pay you one last compliment.
What's that?
For being so fearless. Not only with kind of taking on anything, man. Yes. But, I mean, it's a challenge, like you said, 9 years or whatever, a decade in the U.S. Air Force. And then going, you know what? I'm going to step on a stage and, correct me if I'm wrong, opened up a club, right?
Yes.
With your buddy, and actually got that started in the early 90s.
Yes.
3 decades later, you're talking about all the success and that this is going to be the best year yet.
Yes.
That is a thing that I think a lot of people need to appreciate. There's a legend in the country world, Garth Brooks, that whenever you ask him, hey, what's the best year that you've ever had? He says, this year. And that's just what you said.
Yes.
You pay tribute to personally with your son having all that going for him. Know that you passed along that fearlessness to him, because I know he's just going to take everything down.
Yes, and I call him Lil Duval because he's living his best life. And it's just to see he never asks for nothing that he wants. He always asks for what he needs. And you get because I have people around him, and I get a litmus test on exactly what type of person, the kid he is. And he just give reviews, humble, kind-hearted, and those kind of things. So that's the most beautiful thing. Best year now, God knew not to give me this success before that time because I wouldn't be here. Yeah. And so he allowed me to mature into this thing called show business, and I thank him for it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Man, thank you for having me. Listen, you need to come see me. You can follow me at The Real Earthquake. That's on all social medias. Follow me. If you want tickets to come see me, you can come see me at the Improv, Orlando Improv. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. 1 on Sunday. That's right. You know my motto on Sunday, pass the plate, then come see Quake. Slide in my DM at The Real Earthquake. I got free tickets for you. But as always, you know my stipulation with my tickets. I am all out of men tickets. I understand nothing. I have nothing for a grown man but advice.
That's how it should be, right?
You know
and I'm putting all that info down here, too, so they can
Please
follow along,
do.
okay?
Tell them come see me. It'll be the funniest thing you ever seen in your life.
At The Real Earthquake.
Yeah.
This was his life, and this is his life, his best year yet. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for having me. God bless you.
Thank you.